Hey guys, I have a really cool move today. I'm really excited about putting this one out there. It's called the Yack-A-Lock, or at least that's what I call it because my last name is Yack-Lick, Mike Yack-Lick. Completely fell on this by accident about 7 years ago. I used to get taken down a lot. I had some big training partners and I kept happening to land in this one certain position. And found a way to deal with it, which has worked out great for me. And then my opponents found a way to counter it, and then I found a way to counter them as the progression goes. And I've kind of hung on to this little nugget for a while now, but it's a really, really neat move. And I'm just amazed that no one's ever seen it. Now, I've been to Toronto, I've been to Brazil, I've asked guys from the States, and no one's seen it before, which is unusual because you always, like when you find a move by yourself, you feel pretty good. But then someone will say, oh yes, I saw it here, saw it there. Because really, the jiu-jitsu's been done for thousands of years. So to invent something new is pretty unusual. Now I don't want to say invented it, but I just haven't seen it happen. And I have a lot of DVDs, I've asked a lot of people. So pretty interesting situation here. I am beside Steve, he's on his knees. And what I'm going to do is with this foot, I hook his leg. Now this is actually really, really important that I have his leg hooked here because I don't want to roll. And I'm going to attack him with the Kimura. Now, this isn't really that unusual. This is the move that I ended up catching a lot of my training partners with years ago until they figured out a way to counter it. So I would be able to grab their arm. Usually it's because they took me down and managed to hook their foot so they couldn't run around. And then I start attacking this arm and apply a Kimura. Now, this can get a little annoying, so what they were doing is they'd lift their hips up and put their hand underneath their hip. So from right there. So now it's like, uh-oh, it's stuck. So with my foot still stuck or trapped here, trapping his leg, no more Kimura, I would roll to my stomach and then sit up. Grab my hands together, my feet are on the floor, and I'll lift my butt up and slide up towards you guys. Now you can see Steve's hand here. This is a pretty nasty Kimura. So I'm just going to relax and then let it go. Really neat move, catching guys off guard. So, got a couple of neat ways to get into it, and that's one of them. So my foot is, I'm trapping his foot. I sit up for my Kimura. I'm going to grab it. He lifts his hips up to defend, which allows me to roll him. And I keep his hand behind my back. Okay? If his hand passes in front of me, now I'm going to be in a little bit more trouble. This can get a little crazier. Yeah, there we go. So I want to keep that hand behind my hips. Grab my hands together. And just feet on the floor, hips up, and slowly slide. Now this one is really tight. There's a lot of pressure going on to Steve's arm there. And my hips are very, very strong, of course. So one last time, we'll go normal speed here. The best time to catch this, sorry if we just slide back a little bit. The best time to catch this is when Steve lifts his hips to hook his arm. Okay, because his hips are high, he's nice and light. So I've trapped him, looking for that Kimura. Oh, there we go. And get a little different view of it. We'll go one more time so you can see another angle. Now, that's great if I show you a move that I've never seen before, but what if I show you another way to get into it? So now Steve's going to lay down heads right here. I have him inside now. Now that last one, that was happening because I was getting taken down a lot. I was being dominated by other guys. Found a way to deal with it, that's great, but still not a great position because they're kind of on my back. This one's a little bit less risk involved. I don't have to put myself in a bad position. What I'm doing is I'm looking for a normal Kimura from side on here. So I grab Steve's hand, and what he does is he grabs his hip. Sometimes they grab their gi or their belt. That's not very efficient, but they'll just grab, I'm sure he's grabbing his pants, he's allowed to do that. So I grab, hard to rip that out. So I'm going to take my left hand and hook his right hand. Hands are up, watch the knees, and I'm going to hop over, and there you can see the position. Feet are going to go on the floor, hips to the roof, and slide up. This one has become a lot more high percentage for me just because I get to stay in a more dominant position than the other one. So again, from here, it could be I step over his head, I'm looking for Kimura, he goes to bury it, come back to side mount, and then hop over. Grab the hands together, or you can even hook the elbow and keep this hand on your stomach. Feet. There. This is that tight part, so you're going to really watch your hips. One last time. I hope you enjoy that one. Found it really unusual. You know what, if you have seen that before, please let me know. For 7 years I thought I just stumbled on something by, well, I did stumble on it by accident, but it's been something I've been hanging on to for a long time. Really, really neat move. And you saw actually 3 ways if you count the knee and Kimura way to get into it. Nice way to finish the Kimura, right? Have fun with it, guys.